did you say LinkedIn will sort of penalize you if somebody doesn't accept your request to connect?
Yeah. They do it based on volume. If you send out 100 invitations and 90 of them people who don't know who you are, well, guess what? LinkedIn is going to restrict your account. May not be
Wow.
immediate, but they may, certainly slow it down. And if you continue down that path, you'll find that your account can be restricted by, because you'd be considered as a spammer. People don't know who you are, and you're trying to make connections with them. And let's face it, I mean, unless the first thing to do is they can look at your profile, and who your connections are. If they don't really know who you are, I mean, I know myself, I won't accept anybody because the fact is that most of the time people who are trying to reach out to me are just trying to pitch slap me, and expect that. You know what that term is, right?
Pitch slap, I'm excited about. Tell me more about that.
Very simple. And you probably experience it as well when you connect with someone on LinkedIn, right? As soon as you connect with them, what's the first thing they do? They pitch you. They just give you a certain sales pitch. And guess what? They couldn't care less whether or not you know who you are or how you are. They just want to sell. And that's really what they
Oh,
do
that
right off
makes
the bat.
sense. Okay, pitch slap,
Yeah.
one of the coolest terms I've heard in recent history. I appreciate that one. That's interesting. And so your idea of optimizing the profile first using your matrix in your book, that can help defeat the I don't know you clicks.
Well, it certainly will give you the ability to, because soon as somebody sends you an invite, and what I do naturally is I look at the profile. And if the profile really hasn't been updated or really lacks anything at all, or even looks like a bot for the most part, I mean, yeah, I'm going to decline that. But if it's optimized and you've got over 100 recommendations like I do, well, guess what? Naturally, I'm going to accept because I got third party endorsements. All right. I got articles, I've got videos, I've got things that show me being authentic as a thought leader. And people are usually thrilled when they get an invite. Mm, that's the difference between using optimization versus not. It's a matter of you getting the connections you're looking for.
Okay, cool. Are there AI tools that can help with building the recommendations and the different skill attributes that you're looking to have on your profile for that optimization?
Well, when it comes to recommendations, and of course, always the first thing is working with people that you've had a relationship with. That's the best time to ask for a recommendation. So if you provided a value for someone, just ask them for some kind words. If they're on LinkedIn, there's no reason why they can't do that, and make it easy for them to do that. Give them some suggested kind words. I mean, just there's a lot of people who know what to say to somebody. And that's something that is very extremely important. A third party endorsement, and then what's great about it is that once you get a number of these, you can put it on your own personal website and recommendations of real people, and you have a link that goes directly to the LinkedIn profile. So they can ask him, hey, you work with Cameron? Oh, yeah, he's great. That's really going to make a difference. I mean, how many recommendations do you have on your profile now?
I actually have no idea. I don't actually pay too much attention to my LinkedIn profile. It's been going on forever. To be frank, I have probably 12 to 14 years of non lawyer stuff on there that I need to figure out how to get rid of to sort of hone in my profile.
Okay.
Let's
Well, there
see.
you go. My book definitely could be of value to you. I certainly used the checklist right alone. But
All
the
right.
fact is that you are beginning your journey as a podcaster. Obviously, you're looking to get guests on your program. So if you want to have any kind of outreach that's going to be effective, you should have a profile that at least talks about your podcast, as well as maybe a recommendation from someone who's been on your actual show, like myself. All right, which I'll be happy to
Right.
do after we complete our program. So you can use that as a first step. And whoever you are connecting with afterwards, whoever your next guest is, do the same thing. And before you know it, you get 52 episodes, you can have 52 recommendations. And that really is going to help your profile stand out tremendously because you are, getting endorsements from these individuals who are real people. And that's going to be tremendous.